of the tournament that's going to be played. There's also a B stream. If you guys haven't checked it out, you definitely should, because there's a lot of great action happening over there. It's going to be FURIA starting on the CT side with the MongolZ on the T side, and already the bomb is being run down middle. They will not stop here. Senzu takes down Yakinda to begin with. Smolodoy peeking into it, actually shutting down Mimsinio. That's great information. They know so much about what's happening now.
And you see a reset there. Techno walking it back as now they know MongolZ that there's an opening on this B site. So able to make that bomb. Oh,
wow.
the journey with the bomb. That's aggressive. That is a very decisive headshot from 910. And this puts FURIA in a pretty bad position. And given that there is this element of Senzu that could find a lurk, and there it is, there's more danger, but that danger is navigated. And Kazakhstan with another. And all of a sudden, Anders, it's a 3v3 retake.
How did he manage to get the kill there, Kazakhstan? I don't even really know, but they actually are in a little bit of trouble here. Techno's got a decoy. Is that going to be used for anything at all in this round? I kind of doubt it. 9-10 throws out a bit of a bullet there. So 1 versus 3. Now, some of them are a little bit low on health, actually very low now. MongolZ also taking some damage, but trying to hunt him down. And look at how shallow that position is from him. He couldn't have peeked it any more shallowly, but it does get the job done at the end of it.
As they look to find a position to work from. Oh, there's one peek. Kazakhstan, I don't think, is re-peeking that without a flash. Smoke coming in there from Cats. Over the top of the smoke! MongolZ finds that first target with the AWP, announces the presence. The AWP is on the server.
Yeah, nice kill for him to get. Could be successful. Set up here for Fallen. I mean, all he really has to do is get a kill and stay alive for a second, and then Yakinda's already there, so they kind of see it coming. I think this double MP9 play should be enough to shut it down.
It certainly looks good. Patience here from Yakinda. Fallen there, the maze there's a tell. Fallen now working the MP9 around the side of the head. The Galil hits him hard. Yakinda now trying to dart around the side, trying to buy time for the teammates to come in, just holding this forward space. Another MP9 frag for him. Really doing a great job here for the team. And indeed, there's not enough space taken by the T's here. It's a 2v3 hold on the site.
Already in a better position than I expected here, honestly, the MongolZ. The fact that they're even in the round yet is kind of impressive. Techno's getting a kill on Yuri on top and sneaking close. MongolZ misses the chance. Deagle comes out, and the MongolZ, they take it back in spite of the fact that it was so telegraphed. They knew what was coming. They had every chance there on the CT side to shut that down. That was lost in the second round, but they do have some aggression. Oh, that smoke going down, though, for the T's. Makes it very hard to push through. Almost tells FURIA that, yeah, actually, we are ready for some aggression. If you're going to try and do it, it could be a bit risky. Blitz just crouching down to avoid a little bit more damage. Otherwise, he would have been dead to Yakinda there. So 4 versus 5. And I think a really, really good read. You could see that that smoke there in the middle is not something you see too often. Kind of a message to FURIA.
Yeah, just one smoke. Just totally dismantles the aggression in mid. Really, really efficient stuff. But retaking that connector position, Kazakhstan finishing off the weekend blitz. But in the meantime, the rest of the MongolZ are looking to assault this site. It's just MongolZ here in position. He spots them. Can he delay long enough? Fallen is able to assist there from the Cat side by the pillar. This time, can they make the defense happen? MongolZ now on his own, losing Fallen. And the site is won by the MongolZ.
Very deep smoke. Much too deep in many ways. Kazakhstan will get the one, but Yuri is still without any teammates here. Bomb is getting picked up just as we speak here, and Techno's pushing in. Oh, that's a very awkward fight, and so is the jump. You hate to see it every single time. It's really fun. It's really sick to see. It's hard for FURIA to slow down, too. Haven't been able to so far. It's another buy round, though. Coming in from the CT side, they have the AWP finally back on MongolZ, but in the middle, Kazakhstan, as he was trying to throw the smoke, he did technically throw it. Fortunately, it cost him his life.
Yeah, great find there. That timing where the window smoke's still up feels that safety due to that util. Perfect opening there for the MongolZ to abuse. Oh, Yakinda, got to be careful. They know this position could very well be covered. Molotov forces him away. And look at this mid-control for MongolZ. The bomb actually on chair at the moment, so might not be the easiest thing to make its way across the Cat. It does seem like the MongolZ have every option online at the moment, but this next fight, Yuri against Blitz, this could be that moment you were talking about, Anders. Get that kill, and then they'll all flood in.
Yeah. Blitz walks into him. Yuri will be stuck at the 1. He did get the first one on top of the smoke, which I thought was a bit sloppy perhaps for the Mongols not to be even checking that. Now, there is a player on ramp, but sadly, that's an MP9 on Fallen. That's not the kind of SMG you want at this range. You could see he had an M4. Maybe there's more of an opportunity. Bomb. Oh, hold on. That flick does change things a little bit. If they really wanted to go for it, there is at least a chance that they could. Yekindar is still in CT spawn. It's a low percentage round here, but on the other hand, they're falling quite far behind in this game, so do you want to take the risk that it is? It seems like they won't, as they're already kind of walking away from this here. Blitz, taking a bit of damage, but yeah, I think they've already made the call, no question. So it'll be a 6th round for the Mongols. FURIA really having a hard time. It's great shots from MongolZ, trying to make it expensive, keep the AWP alive for himself, but I don't think the Mongols care about losing a couple of rifles here. They have such a disgusting amount of money that that's not really the main issue.
Totally agree, and just keeping the AWP alive here for FURIA is pretty important, because whilst they have full loss bonus, you know, that if you lose everything, you're not going to be able to replace the AWP very easily. But that said, Kazakhstan is sitting on almost 7,000, so okay.
Myself, I took that advice from hard like it was the truth, like it was scientific truth. I've lived my whole life doing that, just because that one scene. 7-1. Mongols in a power position here, but Kazakhstan, what you like to see, it's a really nice move to try and get some momentum back, try and allow for FURIA to have a sense that they can actually fight anything here, but he will get traded, obviously. So 4-on-4, still worth it for the Mongols. They're satisfied with that kind of a trade.
Yeah, MongolZ is still looking for action here, potentially. Those smokes on Cat still up. And I like this aggression, though, from FURIA. Not allowing Mongols to have space for free. Really making them fight for it. Mongols now trying to get themselves up into the window. Blitz here. This is a huge fight. And my God, the find through the smoke from 910 is going to clear the path into the window and through jungle. Blitz goes because taken down by Yekindar. So 50 seconds left. And Yuri now in an interesting position because Mzinio has made his way past.
He's not even checking it. Okay, there we go. Took a minute. Mzinio, it's only his 3rd kill. We haven't really seen too much out of him, but obviously he's an absolutely crazy player. 30 seconds now. The bomb is in connector and it's lost in here. Mzinio crouches in and takes down Yekindar. If he wins the fight there, FURIA have a real shot at taking the round, but now it's fallen. 1 versus 2 here. 20 seconds, and they're going to try and smoke him off. It's such a good play. Sensu's got a Molotov as well. They can try and keep him away from this. Down to 15 seconds as they do make the cross. The bomb has made its way over. It's such an awkward timing. Sensu, how are you not ready for that? That was your only job. He doesn't plant it. He comes back out to fight him instead. What a crazy move from this young player. 4 kills for Mzinio in the round. So sick. That's it's kind of an all-or-nothing play as well from Mzinio, because the fact is, if he doesn't get the kill there, then he probably loses to the Molotov anyway.
Good early find, though, from Cat for Yekindar. Early 5 versus 1. You can't say that's happened too often, in fact. Also, there's 5v3 advantage here for FURIA. Now they just have to hold the advantage. They don't have to take any risks at this point. They've already got a huge advantage on the numbers. And we're getting a walkthrough on Palace as well in the midst of all of this. No! Finds the head of Yekindar, and that's now a 3v4 for MongolZ.
Push in Yuri. It's real early on here. Sensu did kind of look like he was thinking about it, but obviously he's got another mission in mind, which is to get the bomb into the hallways here. Fallen. I don't like that at all.
Ooh, yeah, he made noise. I don't think he wanted to do that.
What?
A miss.
Okay, I think it's fine. Yuri's position here, giving them the kill, kind of leaving not a lot of options. MongolZ missing another shot. I really don't even know where the bullets are going, because there's not a lot of there's not a lot else that he could hit but a player there. Techno does go down. But the bomb's going to be planted if nothing else, right? Sensu. Okay, fakes it the once. Just testing out the waters here. FURIA, they can't really afford to screw up this round, obviously. And with Sensu already getting dropped a bit low, I think they're going to be okay with it. It's Fallen, taking a bullet even lower now. Sensu, oh my God. There was a chance that they lined up there. He actually had a legitimate shot at winning that one.
the base of the MongolZ domination has been off of those mid-control plays early in the round. So the fact that FURIA don't have to just give it up is honestly a positive sign. Still looking to mid for some early value, the CTs of FURIA. And look at MongolZ go, finds the timing. Oh my goodness, another whiff there. That looked like it should have been on, but devastating.
Again, he's also hit some great shots, but I feel like every once in a while you see this kind of thing and it really feels like he is kind of on target. But obviously he's not connecting with those bullets. It's not even leg shots we're talking about. I really don't know how it's happening quite. Jump up, unfortunate timing there. And Senzu wanted to do too much. Wanted to try and spray them both down, as a result got none of them. Bomb is here though. And with 9-10 on this AWP, you never really know. Awkward timing. Kazakhstan just good lineup there. He's got 4 kills in this round. All right. Even if they don't get this round, MongolZ, it's obviously still a fantastic first half. You're going to be so satisfied with this kind of a setup here. Blitz getting the spot. I think he also did get spotted himself. Oh, Fallen. They're going to put some pressure on here. Yakindara's there to help out, but Fallen being tested, and he has not come out on top in these B fights. That's been a real weakness, and I think the MongolZ knew that from the start, because they kind of came into this game looking like they wanted to test Fallen in this particular setup. Nice little timing for Kazakhstan. He knew that Mcinio wasn't hitting the shots there, and now it's a 2 versus 3. Early Molotov going down to try and slow it. The bomb is planted and ticking away. And there is a kit on MongolZ trying to get in here, but he's actually going to die almost immediately. So now the kit is lost for the minute. They need to pick that up and go for this one. Yuri and Kazakhstan, they have the health advantage and the sneak in as well. Nobody saw that coming. Senzu gets one in return, and now he's ready. Yuri, he's out of time. He has to still pick up the kit. There's one on the ground there, but it doesn't matter. Senzu finds the headshot, and it's another round for the MongolZ.
Well, as we go into the pistol, salvation could be at hand here for the Brazilian squad. FURIA with heavy mid opening. Oh my god, Blitz has no idea what's going on. He's just taking one straight to the face.
Glock bullets ringing through the smoke. Pretty scary stuff. They're going to try and crunch this B bomb site. No reason to slow this down now. Senzu, one good kill. The Duali's not finding any luck at all. It's a lot of bullets and no kills happening for Techno. Ends up going down. The bomb being planted here, FURIA. It's a really, really solid round so far. Mcinio trying to hunt him down. Oh my god, the speed is a lot to deal with. And he's actually got a chance here. They're low on health. They've got to be really careful now. They have to play for time and try and stay out of the range of the Dualies. Kazakhstan will take him down, but secretly that could have been scary.
The Dualies are actually insane.
They are really stacked over here. On a map like Inferno, I would probably say, yeah, that's probably fine, you know, on the CT side. This one, I do feel like it's a bit harder to get them actually working, but Fallen crouching on through. Senzu, timing pretty good. He's going to get the kill onto Yuri as well, and that's a lot more than I was expecting. My god.
Yeah, really perfect range for the MP9. MongolZ on the way through. Senzu. It's a ton of the worst spot, and I think we get the jump bug, mouse wheel bug again, potentially there. I don't think that was intentional.
It's not what you want to see. The recovery in this round has gone really well. Long fight coming in. 3 bullets left as well for 9-10. He's going to find it while Blitz gets the headshot on MongolZ. With the bomb down now, 35 seconds here. Kazakhstan, what do you do? Smoke up once again, and he has to sort of turn the corner to pick up the bomb. It's not like he can even just go into the smoke here and get it. It's really, really awkward for him. He's got the massive health advantage, but look at how deep that bomb is. And Blitz is now holding it. He's got the AK picked up as well. 18 seconds on the clock. This could be the beginning of the end for FURIA. If they lose this round this early on to 4 MP9s, I don't know if there's any... He can't even get to the site anymore. He can't actually do it. Oh, there's just not enough time. Yeah, this is so smart. If they'd fought him, they would have given him the opportunity, but the fact that they don't fight him means there's nothing he could do. Oh yeah, try and find him at the end here. The round is already over, but you should. I love the fact that they try and do that.
I love that there's a pop flash.
Yeah.
So sick. And FURIA making their way through the underpass, and this mid control is going to be annoying to deal with. 9-10 should be positioned to deal with this. Oh, there's, I think, the spot. Surely that was spotted. There we go. 9-10 players peeking up on mid. Great setup. You got every single angle covered. It's essentially a bait, but still Kazakhstan picks up 2. Upgrade with the AK. 2 versus 3. Absolutely doable here.
Yeah, but I think with patience, Yakandar not hitting that shot.
The chance.
It's not easy, but these are the kind of shots you really need to hit. There we go. All right, he gets the possibly more difficult one with Messinio actually kind of looking for him as well. 50 seconds. Nobody at all for the CTs on that A side of the map, but Techno's moved all this way up through the B hallways, so let's see if he could get the timing down right. Kazakhstan's ready and waiting. Gets one, ready to pick up the next, but not quite doable. Yakandar now at range. Bit of a battle here. Can he get the Deagle shot off with 30 seconds? No. It'll be Senzu instead. 4 kills on him, bringing them a little bit closer to a victory.
A lack of utility. Gonna have to be the brute force, but speaking of brute force, the MongolZ turning up once again in mid. Yakandar is flashed, everybody's flashed, but Senzu seems to find the kill over the top. And it is once again decimation for FURIA. That's all there is in mid.
Oh, can't even talk about it. It's happening too soon. They're dying before we can even introduce the round. Just the speed here for the MongolZ. Even on the CT side, they will not let FURIA breathe. Kazakhstan alone to try and get 4 Deagle headshots. He's got 1. And 3 bullets here. No one's really peeking him just yet. There we go. They just want to fight him. They don't even have to, but they're doing it anyway. Techno to take him down, and the MongolZ just crushing FURIA here in the opening map. That is a one-sided game. Even if some of the FURIA members that try to do what they can, it just was not enough.
Maybe Shadow Daggers. What the fuck is this? Nah, man. Yes, sir. That's my style.
Oh, they're waiting in middle. Okay, could just be a bit of a default, but with 3 people outside the A-bomb side and the bomb leading that far towards the middle, it just absolutely looked like it was going to be a bit of a fake. It might just be a more of a default type setup, and Senzu does go down. Messinio was hoping to spot somebody there. It's a P250 at range, and now the bomb is being brought back towards the middle.
And I think you were totally right, but the fact that they lost a player there, it kind of put a wrench into the plans of the MongolZ. No need for the CTs to push anything now. And so MongolZ taking matters into their own hands there. The 2-player push, and those dualies are so brutal. We'll see if there's a trade to be had here. A reset on the fight, and the dualies come out on top. Techno gets nothing, and, well, FURIA get the best possible start.
If the MongolZ can get back on track as quick as they did on Mirage, because it was kind of scary. Lovely push coming down from Yakandar, pushing in front, and they've got MongolZ behind him. Yakandar really has to trust that his sniper there is going to be able to help him out otherwise, because he knows he's going to get repeat. He knows it's going to be more of a fight. I love it from Blitz. Ready for this one, but they didn't quite get the kill. So 5 versus 3, even if Yakandar and Fallen are a bit low on health here, it's some great CT aggression, which on this map can be very hard. Probably the hardest map in the pool right now to actually try and get something done on the CT side.
Yeah, I totally agree. And it puts MongolZ in this position, moving as a duo up in mid. Techno with 9-10 looking for an opening. And of course, they can kind of go anywhere here. They can get this kill, which they do.
I don't like this.
Unlock both sides of the map. And right now, FURIA don't know which way they're going with the bomb.
FURIA stacked so hard towards the A side that MongolZ is alone here with the AWP. That smoke is not going to hold anyone back. Blitz is going to come through that every single time because there's no reason not to. Oh, MongolZ, I still don't know where the bullets are going. I feel like this happens so much on the opening map. Even if he played well, and he really did, there were so many shots like this where it just feels like he has the chance he could do it. This is very awkward. This is a super losable round right now for FURIA. Technically, a 4 versus 3 or 3 versus 5 to begin with, but some of them already low on health here. Fallen, he should have been gone right then and there, but somehow gets the burst off on Blitz and takes him down. Flank coming in at Techno shot in the back. It's just 9-10 here. Crouched in with the AK, and they are everywhere around him. He picked up the first one. Yekindar, I think, smartly not peeking immediately. Super clever for Yekindar not to go for that fight right away.
Some pistols for the Swarm to get 9-10 into that spot to maybe get a trade.
Honestly, this is super dangerous for the B-bomb side. Having 2 people here is already... It can be very hard to deal with. There are so many rounds that are lost here due to this double setup. Yekindar pushing forward. Oh, it's kind of awkward. He's going to get traded. It's a very nice shot coming back with the Deagle, and Senzu pins Yuri to the wall once again, and that's it. The bomb's going to be planted here. Throwing over some of the weapons. Spreading the wealth, as it were. A little bit of socialism on the Mongol side.
There we go.
Fallen creeping on in. M4 in hand. Blitz. He's got the right idea, but it's a very vicious return coming in from 9-10.
Yes.
Kazakhstan and MongolZ walking away.
And it's one of those interesting spots too, where MongolZ had like just like the perfect setup where they were kind of ready to go, and the fact that FURIA were getting aggressive against the pistols, and they had to make it safe, so they used 2 players at E-Box. It creates this world where even if both of those players on the MongolZ side die, well, the rest of MongolZ, the 3 other players, are always going to be rushing off of that. Where there's a double Molotov that will clear some space for the action here for the MongolZ. And in terms of utility, there's no smokes left for FURIA, and we've got a minute to go. So ideal spot here, might be an opportunity, looking for the shot, potentially through the door. 9-10's looking for it, Fallen dodging between the wood, will find his maker. And look at that B site getting cracked open yet again, Anders. Like you're talking about, it's so hard to hold this.
Yeah, and this time Yuri was alone. The flashbang is just so devastating. Oh my god, some of these kills from the MongolZ are ice cold. MongolZ to save the AWP, and they are out for the hunt, and they should be. Why not? They don't have a ton of money, but then again, neither do FURIA. So MongolZ know taking away this orb is everything, and they should be able to. They're so close by here. It's Messinio to take him down.
Yeah, it's looking real good here for the MongolZ. Really have a good beat on this one.
I think they've just called a freeze here. The MongolZ saying, wait a minute, let's just see if anyone pushes. Somebody could be pushing out of the B-bomb side. There could be a bit of a flank going on, so we still have a minute on the clock. Let's just see if anyone is going to feel the urge to do something here. Smokes going in, a flash from the other side. A sick setup. Yekindar really helping out Yuri in that moment, and now they just have to fall back. They don't have to do anything else. Yekindar even getting an actual kill of his own in this one. But that flashbang to set it up was so well played.
And now Zinio just trying to get some value. MongolZ taking some almost lethal damage from the AK. And indeed, it was really cool to see that interaction. The MongolZ, as you say, looking for an opening. FURIA, well, Yuri really finding a very, really just like the best possible timing, knows that that's his best moment to go, and confidently gets the kills. Ooh. And you said only a couple more rounds for FURIA, and they would feel pretty comfortable. And
yes,
4-3 for them.
Actual fire on top of his head, but he just took no damage for it. MongolZ missing a flick here, Blitz. That is so dangerous, but he does get out of there. Exchanging a couple of grenades. Fallen has picked up the AWP, and as we all know, he's definitely capable of using it. Not going to miss the opportunity to take down Blitz there. Creeping on through. Senzu again. This connector position is just so pivotal on the map. And so far, the MongolZ have won a bunch of fights here, but now they're going to go back towards Kazakhstan instead. He's had a bit of a boring time over at this side of the map. We'll see if he can get something done. 30 seconds. He knows they're coming, but they don't have a Molotov to get rid of him, so he can just stand here. Such a huge off angle. Something that's missing. Flashbang is not the same thing. He's going to throw out one of his own and fall in to step it up. Nice shot onto Techno. And I think that is enough here. 16 seconds on the clock as they try to make their way past, but Kazakhstan is such a high IQ kind of round for him. Not showing himself, just staying alive way, way past when he should have been going down. And 9-10 knows he can't win the round. It's Kazakhstan. It's only one kill, but it's so much more than that.
Yeah. And then basically in his head, it's like, now my job is to delay.
Yeah.
Just play delay. And he did it perfectly, like you said.
In a different round where MongolZ try to go for that push earlier to the A-bomb site, they will have Molotovs to clear out that position. That is something that always happens. The only reason they did it is because it was kind of a late thing. Yuri here in front of the smoke. Almost flashed through. That could have been sick, but Techno was in front of the flashbang and just takes him down completely.
And that's a much-needed early pick-off for the MongolZ. They've been struggling to win these opening advantages over the last few rounds.
MongolZ in the middle, trying to see if he can fake them out. Senzu, again, coming in from the connector. He knows that Fallen's out there. Fallen's actually in a lot of trouble right now. Blitz doesn't have a Molotov, but he does have an HE to try and blow it open. And yet Fallen knows he can't stay there forever. Unfortunately, Kazakhstan is now on the bomb site alone here. They couldn't even help each other out. Big opportunity for the MongolZ here. FURIA again, 5 rounds already pretty good enough. Kazakhstan being allowed to fight them just one at a time. Why would the MongolZ give him the opportunity? I can't even explain that. It's a 2 versus 2, and that's actually a real opportunity right now.
Isolated, another duel there. Kazakhstan picking off Blitz, and now Senzu, 11 health, 30 seconds. Is he going to be given any love here? Absolutely not. Kazakhstan anchoring the A bomb site, anchoring the B bomb site, and as Kazakhstan is delivering. I don't know why, but don't know if you know what's going on there, what's happening to all the X, but either way, this Molotov doesn't seem to be doing the job, and it's a problem because FURIA are abusing that very fact.
I had a whole line of questions about chickens now that I wanted to go down, Dan. You've kind of derailed my brain for a quick second. It's like, are they even chickens before they hatch? Could you, is it even possible to count them before, like...
Anders, you got a system reset right now.
Yeah.
Clear the cache of the chickens.
And taking a deep breath. We're back, and I'm locked in again, Dan. Don't worry about it. It's only a brief second. 42 seconds, by the way. FURIA once again in good positions here. MongolZ, really nice shot to hit right there. There is a bit of a comeback into the round. 30 seconds. The bomb dropped in the back. That's not exactly ideal. Yuri trying to disconnect from the fight. It's a good idea. He would rather play that 2v3 in the afterplant if he can get out of the battle, but he was caught right at the last second. Kazakhstan kind of stomping his way through, but he's just so confident in the fight. He's going to win it as well. Such an impressive first half here for Kazakhstan. Smassinio's taken down Fallen. He's very low on health, though. Grenade up, and Kazakhstan gets the job done. I feel like all of the rounds here, the FURIA have won that have been harder to win. It's Kazakhstan just showing up at the right time. We'll be fine. You need a couple of days without internet, I feel like, Dan. You know, so it's good for the brain, you know, kind of forced rehab from the internet. Oh, that's a very aggressive start to the round. Yakindal. Kind of a throwback to the earlier version of Yakindal that we all knew. It's Yuri just lining them up as they were all looking the other side. They wanted to hunt down the MongolZ AWP. They wanted to put pressure on him. And he had some backup for him. Round number 12 will go to FURIA here. It's a 1 versus 4 for Senzu. There really is nothing that he could do to win this one. The bomb is also lost all the way at the B bomb site. So this is very impressive. FURIA making such a strong case for a third map, which again I think is fantastic. I want all these teams tested at the beginning of the tournament. I want a real sense of how they're coming into this one.
Yeah, and it's also curious about how teams might prepare their map pool for certain events, but let's see if Senzu can get some damage in here. Well, Senzu won't, and the money is honestly incredible. Kazakhstan he's pushing that 16k. He's almost there. He's almost there.
Definitely going to be some criticism raining down on them. Yakindal leading the charge. I like it. 4 people in the middle. It's kind of a classic set. They got Kazakhstan with 1 flashbang that he's going to throw through the cam position to try and set up this kill for it as well. Oh, wait a minute. Mid-air shot there. Flashes are being thrown already, but they haven't really done anything with it. MongolZ back into it here. It's 9-10 as the trades continue back and forth. Moving into the shot. Yuri getting the kill. The dualies for Techno. He really wanted to do something. He really wanted to get into the fight somehow. And the smoke is fading, and he's exposed out in the open. Senzu getting another shot. The bomb, though, being planted at the B side, and Kazakhstan shooting him in the back of the head.
When you're on the other end of the veto against them.
Ooh.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Let's go. I can't help but feel like this is just all for show. It's not to say that the MongolZ shouldn't fight back and shouldn't try and do whatever they can here, but I don't think I could even explain how shocking it would be if FURIA couldn't find 2 more rounds from this stage of the game.
You just don't want to be seething with anger, that's all.
I definitely do. Well, it's also a great motivator, you know? Sometimes I feel like for a lot of people recently have discovered, like in the last year or so, just the joy of hate watching certain teams. And
yes.
I myself do it from, on occasion.
Yes, yes.
It's could be a that's different kind of way to enjoy the game.
That is why I won't miss an episode of Meghan Markle's cooking show. And
why have you done this to the broadcast, Dan? I feel like if we had a way to find casters, now would be the time. Now would be the opportunity. Well, I'm so happy. Up until this moment, I had never even heard that was a thing.
Oh, you didn't know about it?
You've ruined it for me, Dan. I don't want to know what the celebrities are doing most of it. I didn't need to know that Katy Perry had gone to space at all, but I couldn't stop myself from knowing it. I had to be force-fed that information 10 times a day for like a week.
Yep.
Blitz.
Oh, chance hit.
Yeah, not trying to go to space, just trying to see if he can win the round. Good start.
Oh, he manages to make the recovery happen. So 3-11, soon to be 4-11, and we are not too many rounds away from having to, what's the term? Commit you to a mental asylum. 9-10 picking up an AWP. Obviously, money is right to the limit. There's no looking back, though, from this point of view, and 9-10 is delivering yet again. Just like on Mirage, looking flawless, Yakinda falls to the ground, and now it's a 5v4 advantage for the Mongols, so
they're
that's
going
going
to
to be great for them.
They will not slow this down. Just Messinio on the other side. Flashes, grenades, everything else. He's trying to throw down the incendiary. Remarkable job. I thought for sure he was going to get traded. That incendiary was never going to stop them, but he's just so on point. Really crisp kills coming through for him. He's finally taken out, but still leaves them in a 2 versus 4. And more grenades being thrown in. All the fireworks on top. The incendiary never touches the ground, unfortunately for them. And MongolZ getting a kill. The Mongols don't really need to be fighting this hard. They're kind of giving this round back in a way. That's so scary. Yuri, 1 versus 2, but look at how low they were. That's definitely a lack of discipline.
Sensu feels a little isolated by that Molotov, and in comes the push here from Yakinda, or at least threatening to do so. It's pausing again, and now the question being asked by Techno and Sensu. Will they go deeper? Looks like just holding the angle for now in the setup, and there's the spot. Just catches the arm for Yakinda. Who's going to win this one? Sensu, or rather Blitz wins his fight with the help of Sensu. And looks like a really good spot here for the Mongols. 4 versus 3. Still the position towards this B site is being fought for by FURIA. And the AKs rattling off. It's a 2v3 here for FURIA. 10 seconds to get the plant down. Another kill. Backside. Another one to have here as the charge comes on through. E-box position is held. Kayserato gets the headshot, but they have to plant the bomb. Techno just has to survive! Oh, and he manages to do just that. Unreal.
I feel like nobody on the FURIA side that was communicating. There was no time to plan. They had to get the kill. Kind of, drifting out to sea a bit here. The coastlines are getting further away.
Are you worried yet, though?
No, not at all.
Okay, all right. I feel like you're on the Titanic right now. You're like, oh, everything's fine. It's unsinkable shit.
I think if they would have believed harder on the Titanic, they would have been fine.
Yeah.
That was what was missing. Oh, Fury just charging it through. This is why I'm not worried, Dan,
All right.
I knew they were going to have a round like this one.
Makes sense.
Unfortunately, it was based on a tragic amount of missed shots in the middle, so kind of don't want to see that too often.
Yep.
Did kind of set up for the whole thing, and at the A-bomb site, just a couple of good flashes, good utility. And then the speed of the Tech-9, it always catches you off guard, doesn't it? Even if you know it could be happening there. Gun barrel spotted out. Fallen late on this one. They will try and go for the retake because they should. But Fallen's already here. He's already spotted it. It's one of my predictions that I've made in an attempt to sort of be like a Counter-Strike prophet, that there will be a lot more A retakes on this map.
If this can be repeated, because that was an unusual round, just a very fast pace. Oh, that's a great find, though, for 9-10 very early on, and spots another 2 players, including the bomb.
They have no money at all to work with on the CT side. They just bought, obviously, everything that they could here. Sensu's gone down. It's such a long fight, but Techno cannot get the job done. The MP9 betrays him. 9-10, everything is on fire all around him. I think 3 different Molotovs thrown into that position, and it was too much to handle. Blitz and Messinio left 2 versus 4 here. FURIA, obviously, kind of a stressful moment at some part in the second half where it looked like they were going to let the MongolZ all the way back into the game. But I think they managed to stabilize things at the moment. Yakenda taking down Massinio and just Blitz. Nothing he could do. Nice deagle shot. Get another one just for the feel-good moment. It's not going to happen. MongolZ takes him down 13-7 at the end of the map here. That's really, really impressive with FURIA.
Totally, and I feel like, we saw some of the glimpses of brilliance from FURIA on the first map, but hey, they proved that they can play against the MongolZ. We're going into a third map, and it's back to the desk.
Basically saying, I'm just going to hit headshots if they show up. There's no other plan. There's literally no other way out. But I don't think the MongolZ have realized what's happening. And they, for their turn, have no utility either. They're just going to be walking in here, running in blocks, straight in, caught mid-air. Oh, MongolZ as well, hitting a headshot. This is so good. The stack is absolutely working. FURIA, so close to getting the pistol on their side, and I think it's a necessity for them to have a good shot. But Sensu, how has he fought his way back? How did he just get a couple of kills? Now it's a 2v2. The bomb is in the pit still, and Sensu's down there. He's stolen the USP at the same time, and they've frozen the round, waiting to see if Blitz could get something done, but he walks into Kazakhstan instead, who's coming from the other side. Picked up a couple of dualies there, and now it's just Sensu against the world. Clips one out in the open. It's so close to getting the next headshot. Yakenda trying to stay calm on the other side, but he's very exposed here, and Sensu's going to find him once again. Just no coverage there. Smoke, he's behind him. It doesn't matter. Sensu still hits the shot. 4 kills to his name, and the MongolZ.
Right now, the MongolZ in a position, if they win this one, to really cement some solid momentum. So we'll see if there is any limitation from FURIA. They go a bit aggressive here on the half wall, and not quick enough on the scope 910. And that is the AWP stolen away. Banana control stolen away.
That is such a mental play.
You have to be fully 100% committed to the play. Oh my god. That is just the best camera angle. Thank you, production.
It's just, he looks so concentrated as well. It's like, I'm fully focused, guys. I'm locked in. I'm scoped up. I'm ready to go. So scoped up, you couldn't see the HE, not that it might have mattered. Here we go. 40 seconds. There is a double setup at the site. Good grenade usage so far for the MongolZ. Kazakhstan trying to be relevant in the round here, and you're kind of burning alive in the back. He's going to be found, and Sensu's cracked all the way through. Gets a couple of kills. The bomb is going to be planted with 30 seconds left, and honestly, there's not much they can do here. 2 versus 3. They just don't have the cash for it. MongolZ, it's fine to stick around and try and get a couple of shots, but very soon it won't be worth it any longer. Anyway, we watched them on Inferno, right? And especially Big had a bit of a harder time being too aggressive on the B bomb side, which did leave some potential issues for them. It's MongolZ here. Doesn't seem like FURIA are running into the same kind of issues. They really want to push this. I don't know if he saw that 9-10, but he's certainly acting like he did. Takes down Yakenda. That's such a strong play and so much damage coming through. They know they've got him low, or at least they sense it on the other side. MongolZ with a flick somehow gets to live. That's absolutely wild. I thought he was going to be dead. Is he going to be there in time? MongolZ just has to hit one shot. I doubt he'll live through that first kill. But now that Kazakhstan is here, and there's a flank coming in for the middle as well. Fallen actually on a bit of a mission as they're setting up for it. He's going to call it in, saying, yeah, it's right now. 18 seconds on the clock, and MongolZ is still just here. He doesn't get the shot that he wanted. And again, they trade their way through. 2 versus 2, 12 seconds on the clock. Blitz, he gets to live through the flank, and we're just 8 seconds left. The bomb gets planted. Yuri immediately to take care of Techno, and Blitz is already so low. We're talking about one single bullet here for Yuri to get the round, get FURIA back online, but instead it's an absolute sickening headshot. Blitz just takes him out.
And both teams still really wanting to fight for banana control. Quick ball flash over the top for Yakenda to peek that half wall, see what he can find. Just here's 1 AK, and that's important because there could be apartments top mid being taken right now, as far as FURIA understand. And so voiding the top banana position ever so slightly. No util up there for the CTs. Perfect entry from Techno. Here is Fallen trying to trade, but it's now all on Kazakhstan.
I think they know that he's back here as well. Some of the grenades that were thrown out, I think they have a really good read on it. You can see Techno's checking absolutely everything. Will get shot right in the face. Kazakhstan needs a triple. Unfortunately, even the double kill, as impressive as it is, it won't be enough to get his team back into this one. If they can catch this kill, leg shot, oh, but he lives. And that's all he had to do. If they get the kill there on Messinio, maybe you could make an argument. Even then, I would say the 2v2 is still going to be very hard to win, but you could have tried it. There's one more smoke over at the B bomb site. Do they think that was the last one? If they do, they could wait it out and just execute in the last basically 15, 16 seconds at this point towards B. They could do it. They will have enough time to run through. MongolZ getting pushed back. Bomb is now making its way up towards the A side, so they've made up their minds. They don't want to be going B. They don't trust that there isn't another smoke in play somehow. It's Kazakhstan at the first corner and actually running back into it. 13 seconds, he's playing for time. He's playing smart right now, but it just won't matter. Techno finding the headshot. 7 seconds left here. The bomb being brought onto the site, and the FAMAS here in the pit. He can't stop it. Oh, he'd love to get that wall bang. That would have won the round if he could have found it, but the FAMAS not going to be the weapon for it, and Yekandar is too far away. Yeah, I love that you point that out. That deep Molotov could definitely sell the idea that they might be been. But actually, FURIA are doing a great job. They're going out to look now, so they know for sure. They could even leave Fallen there with the 1 AWP. They have 2 of them in play, and that's exactly what they're going to be doing. So Yekandar is going to be rotating back from the B bomb side to try and be part of this A defense, if he can at all. Down in the pit, the flashbangs are really good, but MongolZ is here. No Molotovs on him just yet, so still in position to do something. 35 seconds. They haven't fully committed the bomb. If they wanted to, they could fall back, but that window is closing rapidly. Nice shot onto MongolZ. Techno cracks open the A bomb site. Once again, he's just so crisp with these entries. I thought for a second he might have even had that shot there. It'll be 9-10 to hold the angle, and unfortunately for FURIA, there's not a lot they can do to retake this one. They will have to save, and it's 8 rounds now for the MongolZ.
Back at it again. And MongolZ. Same opening with the util, and more aggression, though, from Yekandar. He's up close, and they might go for a pop flash play here. Yekindar's in a perfect position. He gets one. And now, is he going to fall off here? And he's just staying out there. He wants more.
Got the classic Yekandar play. It's been a while since we've seen the full effect. Again, he, you know, once he started playing outside of the CIS region, you could sort of tell that his confidence or his impact has been a lot lower when it comes to this kind of stuff, but he still does enjoy it. Got the kill that he wanted to begin with. Flashbang is sick. Kazakhstan gone down. Blitz has only died once. He's 10-1 at the moment, and he's down to a single point of health in this one. That's
fair.
Yeah, that's probably true. If you try with the ice skates on Inferno, probably not going to go that far.
That's fair. That's a fair point.
Not really a skater myself, but
I didn't do very well with physics at school, so
it's fair enough.
No, the UK education is not.
Although, to be honest, with all the cobblestones as well, the rollerblades might not do that much better.
That's true, yeah.
Maybe Rocky said, "Oh, Blitz has died to the bomb. That's tragic."
That's true.
Oh, it doesn't add to his death, so not enough of an output in terms of the kills and everything else. You're right, there have been some closer rounds. I feel like it's been Kazakhstan that's really been trying to get them there. Nice grenade. Oh, it lands a bit deeper. I thought MongolZ might have even more of that. He's going to get the kill instead on 9-10. Back for more. They finally get rid of Techno.
Beautiful.
If they can't win this round, FURIA, then there's probably no hope. There might not be any hope anyway. But I think this is the round that kind of tells you whether or not FURIA really have anything left to fight with.
Hope is all in the mind. Well, the setup here, aggressive setup. This is great, and it's perfect. Oh, the flick shot there from MongolZ announces his position. They may be focused on him. He can play the bait for Yekandar now at this point. Can even just kind of like fake peek, try to suggest with the barrel of the gun. Just get Yekandar in a spot exactly where he can get that pick off. Blitz goes down again, and Yekandar holds. Bomb now down at his feet on the half wall, and Senzu is left trying to defend, but they are going into him. Senzu, oh, imagine. I mean, there's 3 more players still, but you know, you gotta build it up, Anders.
Listen, I think it would have been sick if they get it. Senzu, he's a fun player. I was into it for a minute there. Yeah, relationship between feeling good. Compliments. 9-1, and a bit of an awkward fight there. I appreciate Techno trying to do it because that is pretty much the job of being the entry. And if you look at the health that's left on Yekandar, he is so close to getting the job done. Nice nade, though, in return, will very much damage the rest of the MongolZ here. Kazakhstan traded out. No one's looking for Fallen. There's no reason they should be either, and he gets a pretty good double kill. Only 1 player left on the bomb side. There's no reason to slow this down. If you're Senzu, you're either going to win this fight and get the bomb planted and have a chance for the 1v2, or you just get deleted.
Beautiful. Really nice shooting there from Fallen.
There's plenty of money for the Mongol side. I think either way, getting 9 is... No one's going to be complaining about that. Bit of a missed shot for MongolZ, but again, with the Yukanda backup, it's really good. They're going to rotate another person back to the A-bomb site, so more of an even split. I think MongolZ hoping to hit a timing before that third person came back. They're not quite going to be able to do that, but with an entry, maybe they can break through. It's not quite going to happen. Look at Fallen. Really good work. Deep grenade, lands smack on top of Messinio, and he just only barely lives. Good job, Fallen, with the headshot at the end. And a 9-3 finish in favor of the Mongols, but you know, FURIA get just a tiny bit of room to breathe at the end of the match, or at the end of the half. We'll see if they find some information to play with. One of those Molotovs also, if you go for an A attack in the pit, could be really sick. But it's all guesswork for the minute. Yukanda here, jiggling around in the middle. Oh, all right. Faking it out with the door being open. Creaky door.
Yeah. He got the peaky CT and yeah, and Sinio. Okay, the Mongols are going to make it really hard for FURIA. Nightmare mode engaged. FURIA.
I don't think he stopped, and I swear he was also halfway back around the corner there.
Rollerblades.
Yeah, that might have actually been the rollerblades. What an absurd situation.
Okay, well, 50 seconds, so still some time. And the bad news is that the CTs can play really devious setups now. We see that in the pit. Lovely fly through there of that setup. And the oncoming FURIA players looking for that opening. Molotov, that's good. And now the split out of the Palmer's position is good for the entry. Blitz goes down. Did they expect Senzu? Senzu is lethal with this USP, finding every head so far. MongolZ doing everything to try to save this one through the smoke, but with the flashbang, it's absolutely perfect. The Mongols, they are unstoppable. A couple MP9s in action for Mongols, and with the lead that they have, you know that your opponent could get tricky and could be making very risky plays. Deep molly, and indeed the forward smoke, but it's going to backfire here. Well done, Yukanda picks that one up, a follow-up too. That's a good opening, 5v3 for FURIA.
I did enjoy the idea of going aggressive like that, but this just wasn't going to be one of those rounds where it worked out. Oh, look at this. Gambling on the A-bomb side and turning the gamble into, you know, a bit of a spearhead going down the middle. I still love the idea. They are kind of getting beat up and no chance really to win the round any longer, but I think the decision-making behind this is all pretty solid, I would say, for the Mongol side of things. FURIA, though, great work.
Oh my goodness. Well, we'll see what happens then. Mongols.
I love this.
Aggressive on the banana. Will the bluff be called if they rotate players off? In fact, they haven't rotated players off just yet, so keeping 3 on banana.
FURIA, though, they have a sense of it. They actually dropped Techno through the smoke on the other side, but it really probably all will be down to Messinio here. If he gets a double kill, this is immediately a very interesting round, but he is found by Fallen. Just imagine being allowed to walk all the way into the pit, essentially, without, you know, ever making a noise, any throwing any grenades or anything on the A site.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
Retake attempt. 9-10, when he spot the graveyard player. Very good spot indeed. Fallen delivers yet again.
I'm immediately angry already. Why are they going for a retake attempt?
Indeed.
It makes no sense.
Indeed. One of the interesting things too is that you get more confidence if you're FURIA by winning some of these fights. It's like a small thing, but if you're winning rounds but still actually like not getting kills, it does still actually feel like it doesn't feel as good. Like it doesn't feel like you're winning as much. It
just means that instead of going into the next round for FURIA, if there's 3 rifles saved, then FURIA know the next round's well, we're gonna have to try really hard again. Like it's nothing is easy. We have to fight for everything. Whereas now with Blitz maybe staying alive, he will. Then you know that you kind of know, okay, there's 1 rifle, that's probably it. So
when we get to that buy round, but in the meantime, we've got the hero M4 in Blitz's hands. See what magic he can work.
Yeah, they have. I think one smoke over at the B-bomb site. The other one is actually on Blitz here, which also immediately I don't really understand, but the boost is going to be working out.
I was ready for him to die and to say magic is not real, but
Still, maybe it is. Techno trying to get close with a P250. That's a really accurate shot. He's so scary. Even with just a P250, I thought there was a chance he'd get the double kill here. Kisarato, kind of lucky to make the pass as well. Oh, he could have died trying to cross splits. Unable to get the right angle on that one. So the bomb will be planted if nothing else. 3 versus 3 here, and FURIA, obviously, they have to win this one. The Mongols are just so suffocating. Every single round they're fighting, and they always look a bit dangerous somehow.
And Bliss can maybe just save this for M4 if he wants to. I mean, that probably is the best play at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know if like any guns will be blown across to spawn by the bomb, but oh my god, that Blitz guy.
Yeah, but look at
moves.
9-10. He's down at the bottom picking up an AK. And again, if they could just make it a bit more expensive right now, it's going to be so annoying for FURIA. It's the same kind of thing where, you know, not only do they get an AK on the other side, but you actually lose 4 players.
Yeah.
You just don't get to celebrate really anything. Definitely not. Another potential Die Hard reference in the second one.
Let's go.
Nades, Kisarato, low on health, but that one lands right in Techno's forehead. Senzu's gonna get blown up as well. Yakandar doing the best that he can to get his team back into this game. And this might be one of the rounds that actually really swings the momentum. Now 9-10 is moving down the middle of the map while this fight is happening. Fallen to take care of Blitz, and Yuri back turn executed by 9-10. Does create a bit of an opening, deep grenade here, but it doesn't actually flash out Molodoi, and he's ready with the AWP. He's not afraid to take that fight. Really good shots, and I think that's enough. 11-7 going to be the scoreline here. A lot of utility, and you have to be really on point with it.
Yeah, and what's amazing about what you're saying for FURIA is that the trade-offs. If it takes a lot of utility, well now you're playing CT side at a slow round with low util, sucks. Oh, hold on, hold that thought. What a shot there, Senzu.
Okay.
Takes down Kisarato. Unrecoverable weapon though, but the 5v4 is a welcome sight for a CT side that doesn't have much to work with.
Bit of a weird smoke that lands back there. Not exactly how you want to do at the coffins, but it doesn't really matter because they're not actually going for the B-bomb side anyway. And now they are inside of the bomb site. 30 seconds. Just 2 people holding on. Messinio and 9-10. It's still early. Even with 20 seconds, they can't play this for time. They have to get the kills. Blitz trying to get in there and relocate. Try and see if he can help out. 15 seconds on the clock. Messinio gets the first, but it does take a lot of bullets. Close with the 5-7. It's almost happening. The bomb, where is it? Where's the bomb? Techno getting the shot on Molodoi. Oh my god, he couldn't find it.
I couldn't find it either. I have no idea what happened there. That was so strange there for Molodoi, but what a performance there from the Mongols. We knew
5-round gap. They need 5 in a row to get to 12. And they're going to be rushing down the Mongols. Look at this aggression. They really just want to push FURIA out of this one. Yakandar down early on. It was one of the weapons that's brought them back into this position to begin with. A boost on over. It's a nice idea, Molodoi. But can you see? Oh, he absolutely can. The top of Techno's head. That's a very nice flick. Back into the 4v4, but
that's such a big find. That's such a big find because the 4v4 versus the 5v4 is so different in the dynamics.
Yeah, but
look at the gamble here. The Mongols, 3 players on B.
Yeah, Senzu getting the early one. They're walking right into this. They're going to get the shot, but 9-10, kind of out in the open. A bit scary if he misses the kill. The flash will come through. He's falling back into it and throws out an early incendiary. There is still another player behind him in Blitz. Flash on to try and set it up. He does get legged, but he's somehow still alive, or at least for a second. Yuri cracks it open. 2 kills. I don't know how they fought their way through. I actually think the Mongols kind of maybe fumbled the ball a bit on this one.
I felt like they got out Mongols in that round. I mean, the fact that also Yuri has the presence of mind to be so alert to look for the player backside.
It's actually only 2 people here at the site. Oh, the timing could be awkward here. I hate it. It's 9-10, trying to throw grenades out in the open, but it's all going to be fine. He's back out with the AWP, ready to go. 40 seconds. Another smoke in the middle on the A side, so trying to really sell it. Fallen only gets slightly lagged. He's still going to be fine with it here. They take down Techno. They know that 9-10 is somewhere in the back of the flashes. Doesn't even matter you get the headshot. Who cares? Even with MongolZ going down here, it should still be all right. The bomb getting planted, 20 seconds left, and a 3v3 in the afterplant now. The MongolZ, in theory, saving is probably the better choice because you've got so much of a runway to try and get one more round, but it would be a stylish way to finish.
However, Yuri could be baited into a swing here. Timing is everything. Timing is everything. Goes down to Sensu. Now the retake is on. Fallen holding the angle. AWP is so good. Post plant. B site. Can he find another one? Another player backside. Fallen capitalizes trade up. Knows where the next player is. Both peeking at once. Fallen with a trio. In fact, a quad kill. Beautiful result there from FURIA. What a hold.
You already have more of an advantage than you would have had otherwise. And obviously for Fallen, it's not a conscious thing. It's just that he's been doing this his whole life. So, Casino up there. Oh, hold on. Hold the phone. Blitz. He's won the battle somehow. 2 kills with the MP9. He's going to be picking up the AK. Oh, and if they'd hit that shot, FURIA, out of all the rounds they could lose, I feel like this would be one of the more horrible ones. You end up losing the series because of one close-range MP9.
Yeah, and it's you highlighted this before as well. The apartments, super dangerous when MP9s are on the board, and then we haven't seen many apartments plays. And so it's very sad for FURIA to get punished here, but can they recover? MongolZ looking to try to help. There's the peaks coming. MongolZ equalizing 4v3 actually, I should say.
Whew.
Well,
Blitz.
3v3 now.
Yeah, he's picked it up. He's been absolutely sick in there. He's got 21 and 11. I think at one point he was 10-1 as a scoreline. He's been having a fabulous time on Inferno, and now it's 9-10. Rotate back into the graveyard position. It's hard to clear, but Fallen makes really quick work of it, and they'd rotated the AK away, you know, trying to stay a step ahead, hoping that FURIA were going to make a quick choice, but they don't. They just march on forward into the A-bomb side, and now the bomb is planted here. And again, even if it's a bit more boring, I think you could make a legitimate choice here for Blitz to save the AK. It looks like they will try and do something, a boost on over, but winning this round now is super difficult. There's no kit in play. All right, he sees the top of his head just barely. There we go. The shot is in. Quesorato now hunted in the corner. He can't escape. It's the shot coming through and straight on that defuse. What a way to retake it. Blitz with the quad kill at the end. Lands on 22 kills. And then they send FURIA packing here. It's going to be the early victory for them. Like you said, it is Swiss, but still a huge victory for the MongolZ, taking their first series. And the panel is already good to go. Let's see what they say.